Marquez crazy at the 2024 Austrian MotoGP free practice. Luca Marini started to rise with Honda.
Here's the next news.
Today's MotoGP, the riders in the main class of MotoGP will go down in the 11th draw race of the season, which takes place at the Red Bull Ring Circuit, Austria. Marc Marquez and the other riders will devour the free practice session today, Friday, the 16th of August 2024. The MotoGP free practice session is scheduled to start at 15:45 WIB. The baby alien, Marc Marquez's nickname, who failed to make the podium in the previous race, is believed to be going crazy this week. The former Repsol Honda rider is predicted to hit the gas straight from the free practice session. But on the other hand, Marc Marquez is faced with a bad record ahead of the Austrian MotoGP race 2024. Red Bull Ring Circuit. Since entering the MotoGP racing calendar in 2016, Marquez has always had bad luck there. From the 7 races there, 2021 was called 2 draws. The man from Spain never won. Now, Marquez will come to the Red Bull Ring Circuit with a Desmosedici Ducati motor. Can his new ride bring Marquez to stand on the highest podium next weekend? Interesting to look forward to. Marc Marquez can smile. Ducati promises to continue developing the Desmosedici GP23 motor. Marc Marquez might be smiling when he hears this news. The general manager of Ducati course, Gigi Dall'Igna, promised that his side will continue to develop the Desmosedici GP23 motor. The Iron Horse dominated MotoGP 2023. That made Marquez challenged and willing to leave the Honda factory team and join Gresini Racing. The situation is believed to change after Dall'Igna's sweet promise appears. The white-haired man said that his side will continue to develop the Ducati Desmosedici GP23 motor so as not to be left behind. As usual, everything is done after understanding certain mechanisms and problems, said Dall'Igna, reporting from Motorsport, Thursday, the 15th of August 2024. When you understand that, then it's easier to apply solutions, so we will do what we can in GP23, and continue to do so throughout the year, added the Italian. Furthermore, Dall'Igna admitted that the performance of the GP24 improved drastically compared to the GP23. He praised the performance of the technicians involved in the development of the motor. We always work to overcome problems and we think this is good. Of course we have improved the GP24 in the areas where the GP23 has weaknesses, said Dall'Igna. Ducati itself always provides technical support by sending one technician to each satellite independent team. Of course, they work based on input from riders like Marc Marquez. Luca Marini will change crew chief. Honda most intends to gather top engineers. Honda has gathered a number of reliable crew chiefs for MotoGP 2025, including for their new test team. In addition to changes in the rider lineup, the MotoGP transfer market also always brings changes to the composition of the crew chief. As is currently the case, a number of racers are also hunting for crew chiefs for the best collaboration. Big changes will be coming to the Honda squad for MotoGP 2025. Next season, the team with the single-wing logo will still rely on Luca Marini and Joan Mir as their regular riders. However, there was a change in the composition of the crew chiefs. Marini will experience another change in chief mechanics next season with the arrival of Christian Pupulin. Honda brought in Pupulin from KTM. Pupulin worked with Andrea Dovizioso and the late Nicky Hayden at Ducati, and this season he is at Red Bull KTM handling Jack Miller's bike. Apart from Pupulin, Honda will also allow their prospective test rider, Alex Espargaro, to bring his main crew chief, Antonio Jimenez. The veteran crew chief will be brought over from Aprilia to Honda by Espargaro to help the Japanese manufacturer's Osaka test team recover from its crisis. Jimenez previously worked on Honda bikes while serving as crew chief for Alvaro Bautista at satellite team Gresini for 9 years until 2014. Meanwhile, from Aprilia itself, the crew leader for Jorge Martin and Marco Bezzecchi is not yet known who the role is. However, from the news circulating, the know-how manufacturer will bring in David Munoz, who currently works at VR46. On the other hand, Pupilin's entry is also inseparable from the movement of Giacomo Guidotti, who this season holds the position of crew chief for Luca Marini. In MotoGP 2025, Giacomo Guidotti will move to become the Pramac crew chief, which is Yamaha's satellite team. He will most likely be the crew chief for Miguel Oliveira or Jack Miller, two riders who have been heavily linked with Pramac. Meanwhile, a change of crew chief also took place in the KTM garage. Pedro Acosta, who will be promoted to the Red Bull KTM factory team next year, will bring his current crew chief, Paul Trevathan. Then Enea Bastianini and Maverick Vinales, who will strengthen KTM Tech 3 next season, will also change crew chiefs. Bastianini will be reunited with Alberto Girabuola, who previously worked with him at Gresini. Meanwhile, Vinales will likely bring his crew chief at Aprilia, Manuel Cazos. Before joining Aprilia, Cazos was also Alex Rin's mainstay mechanic at Suzuki Exter. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to always support this channel to get the most complete information about MotoGP. Thank you.